So I mean, the only thing going on in my life are sad and depressing.
Yeah, you had some bullshit.
Yeah. So I'm hoping your 2 weeks worth of stuff to talk about is much less sad and depressing. Otherwise, this will be a very we'll have to put everybody on like suicide watch.
Welcome to Rip and Keio. This is over sad.
This is under happy.
Under happy.
Under happy with Rip and Keio.
That's pretty good. I like that. So I hooked back up with one of my lady friends, and I had been out of contact with her for several years. Like actually since my ex. And whenever we got back a hold, she's like, "Oh, hey, we should camp together at Ragnarok, do some catching up, if you know what I mean." And I was like,
nudge,
yeah.
nudge, wink, wink, say no more.
And I was like, yes, we must catch up.
We will catch up all night long.
Probably several times. So we caught up.
For at least 30 seconds at a time.
At least. And I promise I'll only cry a little bit.
Anyway.
But she's now the princess of one of the largest units in the game.
Pretty impressive. I don't think anybody I used to SCA with is anything of real, like, power or anything.
I didn't know this until after I had my tent set up, and the emperor of their unit came walking over and was like, "Oh, hey, are you who she's camping with?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I know who you are." And I was, yeah, I'm the emperor, that's the princess, this is the empress. And I'm just like, what? So, in 1 week, I got punched in the jaw by the emperor, slept with the princess, and then I got propositioned by the empress.
Now, for those of you watching this, if you haven't quite caught on, our dear and lovable Rip is a bit of a slut.
A little bit.
But, hey, you know, I don't judge people. If you like to have sex and do that, then be my guest. I like sex. Sex is fun.
Well, I don't have any obligations to anybody anymore, so, I mean...
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that, you know, a lot of people take that as a negative connotation, and it's like, you shouldn't. It's your body. You do with it as you see fit, as long as it's not harmful.
Yep, pretty much. Eat grenade, dickheads.
No, that's harmful, Rip. You should not do that.
Don't eat grenade, dickheads.
I'm not sure why you would have custom-made grenade dickheads, but don't eat them.
Oh, you know why.
I know why you would have them.
There's so many skeletons. Why are there so many skeletons?
Wait, how's it?
There are too many
ostriches. Why are there so many ostriches? The brochure said there'd only be a couple ostriches. This is more than a couple. Old Family Guy.
Back when it was still really good.
I don't know. That's kind of the first few seasons are, and then it got good, and then they got canceled, and then they came back, and then they were good for a little bit, and then they're just going the way of The Simpsons now. I mean, as evidence with the whole, you know, what was it, a couple years back, they killed Brian for all of, like, a week, and then brought him
like
back.
One episode?
Yeah. And the whole reason they did that, as McFarlane admitted, was to get people to watch the show. I can't believe you're still doing this one thing.
I can't either. That Pinky Demon just knocked me out of my my kill animation. I didn't know they could do that.
That's pretty impressive. They're more powerful than you realize, Rip.
Oh my god! This room is brutal.
Well, you are playing on the super mega difficulty or whatever it is.
Uh, I'm not. This isn't even the hardest difficulty. It's just.
Well, no, hardest difficulty. You die, you're done.
Yeah. God, I do not look forward.
This would
to
have been a
that.
really short series. No offense, Rip, but this would have been a really short series if that was the case. That's what we should have done on our first episode. Alright, well, that's Doom, everybody. Have a good one.
That would be real. I would be really disappointed.
I gotta say, it was a lot shorter than I thought it would be.
We, at the moment I die, just hard cut to credits. What? What just happened? I went from 150 to 100 dead.
0 to 60 in under 1.2 seconds.
Oh, also I'm now a semi-unofficial part of the Royal Guard. What else? I own land now. I was pretty busy this Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Despite the fact I worked 3 days during it, which was total bullshit. I was supposed to get the week off.
Don't you love when that happens? I'm gonna go on vacation.
No, you're not.
Nope. Oh, okay.
What's that? You want to go do something that only comes around once a year, and it's the only time you'd ever ask for time off? No.
Yeah, it sounds like my work. The only time, unless I'm like really badly sick, because I mean, when I'm sick, I still go to work. I know you say like, oh no, but you do, oh no, but you could get, but I don't work with the public, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
If I get my coworkers sick, I don't care. I really don't. I'm an asshole. But yeah. Anyway, so I don't work at the public, so I really don't. It's just my coworkers that I could be getting sick.
Yeah.
But if it's bad enough to like, knock me on my ass that I need to take time off, or something bad happens, like I had to take time off recently because my mom was in the hospital, which was part of the depressing stuff, which only has gotten worse. Or better, depends on how you look at it. The only time I take off is my birthday.
For you to gain access to my core,
I make sure every year to take the day before, day of, and day after off. And Vega, we really don't care.
Hey, this room is dicks.
Dicks. Dicks. But, and it's always such a fight. It's like, you're taking 3 days off? And I look at my boss and I'm like, yeah, it's the first time I've actually asked for time off and not retroactively used my PTO. Because most of this stuff is, dude, I'm sick, I need to take a couple days off. Okay, get better. And then when I get back, I use a couple hours, like a day or two's worth of PTO. That way my paycheck stays the same. And that's it. But I ask for it off, I fill out all the paperwork beforehand and everything, and everybody gives me such a hard fucking time. Like, really, this is the one time a year I'm asking for 3 days off. I have coworkers who ask for entire weeks off, like, routinely.
That's messed up.
And it's always frustrating. It's like, really? You're gonna fight over 3 days? There are 3 of us in my shift of my department. It's like, they can survive 3 days without me because they survive 2 days without me every week. But yeah, that's pretty much my only routine time off. Although I can relate to you with the whole Royal Guard thing, because I used to be part of the our back when she was the Baroness, anyway. Our Baroness's guard. Because I'm big, tall, and look mean, even though I'm pretty much just a cuddly teddy bear.
Look. Oh, what was that cinnamon bun thing?
I look like I could kill you, but I'm actually a cinnamon bun.
Meanwhile, I look like a cinnamon bun, but I could actually kill you.
Yes, you're the exact opposite.
From my head.
This level's bullshit.
And Mick looks like she could kill you, and she could probably kill you. She's the in-between. That's actually how I made friends with the pirates, was because I was part of her fuck, what's the actual word for it? Not her entourage, but
Escort?
yeah, because I was her escort. It was actually how I made friends with the pirate captains. So, I had a decent relationship with the pirates, mostly because I had helped Captain Gunner. Anytime he would arrive on site, I'd help him set up. So,
Wait, Captain what?
Gunner.
Do you know if he cross games?
I have no clue. He's an old guy?
No, never mind.
Oh.
I was gonna say that we have a gunner in
Yeah.
in our game.
No. Gunner's like probably about my mom's age, so around 50. Or
Yeah,
no, he's probably closer to my dad's age, so he'd be closer to 60. But you know, I'm ever the helpful person, and I like it better when I volunteer myself to help people than when my mom volunteers me to help people.
Understandably so.
I like making the choice myself. It's not much of a choice because I'm only doing it to make sure my mom doesn't do it, but still. It's different when I do it. So I'd always had a good relationship with them, and, you know, the Baron was like, hey, you have a decent relationship with the pirates. They've been doing some shady shit, all outlandish, so can you know, keep an eye on her and go with her tonight? And I was all, yeah, sure, of course. And of course, you know, 2 of her actual escorts were with her. But I was the like middling between the fact that I was friends with them and, you know, I was also friends with the pirates.
You were like the ambassador.
Yeah. So of course, you know, night was going well. We were playing a lot of games. I was kicking butt at poker because I have a very neutral face, so it's really hard to tell when I'm happy. Except for when I'm smiling, and of course, you know, I'm playing cards, so it's just neutral face the entire time. It was one of the reasons why my family stopped playing poker with me, is nobody could read me. Well, that, and they decided to make Jokers Wild one time, and I got 5 aces. I had both Jokers and 3 aces. I was like, oh, and here's the 4th ace, and just because I can, the 5th ace. Anyway, so as the night goes on, the pirates are making shady things, and they'd been taking people's wallets and stuff. This is, of course, you know, all in good fun. They weren't actually taking people's money. They'd just take the wallet, and then you'd have to come and give them something or help them do something, and then they'd give you your wallet back. It was usually just give them the fake coins we were using.
Yeah.
Which were actually chocolate coins.
Oh,
I ate a lot of my money.
I ate a lot of my money at Ragnarok too, but
yours was for
mine
different
just-
reasons.
Yeah.
Anyway, so... Wait, did you actually beat this encounter?
Oh my god.
Nobody's shooting at you.
I think I did it.
Yay!
Woohoo! I was standing there waiting for like something to happen, and then nothing happened.
Yeah. So. And you know, he was making like I was getting weird feelings with how they were acting, with how the body language was. So I'm like, okay, so they're gonna try to do something. Great. What do I do to ensure the safety of the Baroness? And I've got to be sneaky with it.
Once Vegas core is destroyed, the vacuum.
And so I started walking around because while they were playing, because I wasn't participating in this game, and I walked over to get some drink because despite not being old enough, the pirates didn't really care.
I think what you mean is they were serving you non-alcoholic grog.
Yes, of course. It was, of course,
Non-alcoholic
non-alcoholic.
grog.
And it was totally not illegal, and I was, yes, exactly. And I was pretending to take sips of it. But as I was doing that, I was wandering around, and, you know, I was looking at the encampment, and that's a really big brain-looking thing.
Yeah, this looks like a boss fight.
Yeah, it does. Looks like a tentacle boss fight. Or like you're Samus and you're about to fight the Mother Brain, but in, you know, first person.
Yeah. Speaking of, they need to make another fucking like Metroid Prime game. Those
Oh,
are
hell yeah. They should do that for the NX or whatever they're going to end up calling it.
Yeah.
They're probably going to call it the Wii U 2 because, you know, they want to further confuse people and make sure that their consoles don't sell.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as I'm walking around, I notice that one of the pirates has snuck his, you know, dirty pirate hands into the queen's pouch and was just pulling out her wallet. And I didn't say anything. Just gonna let it slide. Because as I walked by Captain Gunner, I did the exact same thing to his pouch. And then as I was done with it, I even had his wallet in my hand and I patted him on the back and I'm like, this is really good. And he's like, yeah, I know, right? You know, he was talking about it because this was some homebrew stuff that he had made. He's like, oh yeah, I'm glad you're liking it. It's like, oh wait. And then he got distracted because it was his turn to do whatever game they were playing. I forget what it was. And so I put his pouch in my thing and I walked by the next guy and the next guy and the next guy. And I just pickpocketed them all.
Jesus.
And, you know, everybody was really drinking. And I'd be like, all right, yeah, to the pirates. And they're like, to the pirates. And they'd drink and get more drunk. And I'd grab another person's thing and be like, oh, nice. And they'd do something cool on the game. I'd be like, to the pirates, nice move. They're like, yeah, nice move. Drink some more. And finally, at the end of the night, I'm like, well, Your Excellency, I believe it's time for us to, you know, head home. And the pirate's like, we don't think so. You can go ahead and tell the Baron that if he wants to, you know, pick up his wife, he can pay us, you know, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, they stepped between us and leaving the encampment. And I was like, okay. And while I was pickpocketing people, I was also moving all of the weapons away from them. And I was like, oh, okay. And with what weapons? Other than, you know, the two guys that were blocking the exit to the encampment. And of course, you know, I had my blade on me. And my dagger. And the Baroness had her dagger on her because we didn't let her leave camp without it.
Reasonably so.
Plus, I had the two entourages who had swords. And they were like, well, and none of their weapons were near them. And, you know, I just ditched them in a bush nearby, but it was, like, 1 o'clock in the morning, so you weren't going to find them till day. And they're like, well, we've still got manpower on our side. And I'm like, okay, well, let me put it to you like this. If you let us leave, I'll give you all back your wallets. And they're like, what? And the cloak thing that I had on, I was wearing it kind of like a samurai robe. You know how they store stuff like in the stomach area and the sleeves?
Yeah.
I had all of their wallets stuffed in the little area above my belt, the little pocket thing that it had created above my belt. And I was like, well, see, I reached in and I'm like, I have all of these wallets. And they all reached back and grabbed their pouches. And then their eyes went wide. And I'm like, I don't mean to play dirty, but I will chuck these into the darkness.
Never to be seen again.
And you will all have to go. And I'm like, and this is, I'm like, and if we're going to get out of character for a sec, you'll either have to find them or get all new credit cards and driver's licenses. And I'm like, so you will let us leave and be on our way. And then tomorrow you can come to me and I'll give you your wallets. And Gunnar just looked at me and he is all, good job, lad. Good job. And the guys stepped away from the door to the encampment. We went on our merry way. And ever since then, I was welcome in the pirate camp.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. When you out-pirate the pirates, they respect it.